Hey Tribe, Sally here. Hope you're having an amazing and fascinating day. I know I am. Okay, so today we're going to talk about cleaning. I know that doesn't sound like a really exciting subject, but it actually is going to be, because I'm going to share something with you that I searched long and hard and couldn't find the answer to when it comes to how to clean my ceiling fans. And we're going to talk about that in some detail, and I'm going to show you what the process actually looked like. But before we run the intro, first of all, I want to thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you taking your time to watch my videos. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. If you believe you're subscribed, double check to make sure, because YouTube does actually spontaneously unsubscribe people. And if you feel like it, why not leave a comment down below? And if you want to make a comment but can't think of anything to say, you can just comment CFYT, comment for YouTube, or leave an emoji. Or, give me a hand wave, or whatever. Just let me know that you're interested in what's going on, and that you want to see more like this. Alright, here comes the intro, and then we're going to get right into it. If you're new to the channel, you may not be aware that I spend most of my time without any hookups at all. I usually don't have a hookup for water or electricity or any of that kind of stuff. But I've spent the last 2 weeks in the campground where I have both of those things available to me. And so I wanted to take the time to do some of the kind of cleaning projects that I'd been putting aside, because I didn't want to use resources and then run out of water and that kind of thing. So before I get into that, I just thought I'd let you know, you're seeing my actual work setup. I'm editing this video at the same time that I'm recording this, and I just wanted to jump in and do some introductory stuff before I got into the rest of the video. So this is my setup. I sit on the sofa. I'm not leaning back against anything. I just sit up straight. Actually, Kit's behind me. There he is. There's the Kit. Can you say hi to the people? Nope, you don't want to say hi. He just wants to take a little snooze. So Kit's behind me. I sit up straight. I use this little desk. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of room here, and that's fine. I don't need a whole lot of room. I've designed this to work really, really well for my circumstances. And one of the things that I'm loving about working with this Osmo Pocket 3, bear with me, is, look at this. I can zoom right in and give you a closer view, or I can zoom way out and give you the almost full room view, which I also enjoy doing. All right, so here's the deal. I had been putting off cleaning the windows for quite some time, because cleaning the windows is actually the easy part. The harder part, that requires more water, is cleaning the screens. And the easiest way to clean screens, whether you're in a house or in an RV, is to remove the screens from the window, take them outside, hose them off, and let them dry in the sun. So I wanted a spigot available to be able to do that. So a couple of days ago, I decided it was time. So I got the windows all cleaned, and I was so pleased with the way that turned out. I looked up, and the ceiling fan in my bedroom is a MaxxAir fan. And the screen itself that protects you from the blades, and the actual blades were filthy. And I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, all right, I really need to clean it. Well, here's the problem. I've done it before, not in this rig, but in my previous rig, where I have individually taken a rag and wiped off each blade, which is really, really difficult to do, because it's always hard to work with your arms overhead. And it's also kind of ineffective. I think the only way to really be able to get them super clean that way is to use a bunch of Q-tips to get into all of the little crevices where they meet the fan housing. So I wanted to find a way to be able to do it easier. And the easier way would be to remove the fan from the spindle, the fan blades from the spindle. But I couldn't find any directions on how to do that. And you would think I wouldn't actually need directions, but there's a set screw that holds it onto the spindle, and it was so tight, it was not obvious to me whether it was normally threaded, which would be turned to the left to loosen it, or if it was reverse threaded, which would be turned to the right. And because it was so tight, and this is plastic, I didn't want to force it and break the fan blade assembly. So I thought, all right, fine, go look at YouTube, find directions. Well, or even just search the internet. I couldn't find directions. I couldn't find anything that definitively said. So the answer is, by the way, if you want to just stop watching the video here, please don't. but I'm going to give you the short answer. The short answer is that it is normally threaded. And so what that means is that you're going to turn the hex wrench to the left in order to be able to loosen it. But I couldn't find that anywhere on the internet in 15 or 20 minutes of searching, and so I finally gave up and decided to force it and find out what the answer was. All right, we're going to jump in. We're going to show you how this process works. It really didn't take all that long. In fact, it took me a lot longer to do this than it would have because I was trying to film at the same time. So forgive me, some of the angles aren't great, but I think you'll get the idea, and hopefully you'll feel more comfortable being able to do this yourself. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to show this to you. This is the grate, or the, fan guard, but see if you can see how dirty it is. This fan was installed in August when we got dead bugs too. When I got this RV, and I have not cleaned it since, so we're going to do a little fan cleaning today. Okay guys, I thought this was worth a video. So I've already got the cover off, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. So first of all, the clips that hold the screen in place, I've only rotated them not 180 degrees, but if you rotate them 180 degrees, then it's really easy to get the screen off. Now we want to look at this part. So right here we've got this set screw, and I went through a lot of effort to find any kind of directions on how to remove the fan blades. So I'm going to show you. Okay? Watch this. Alright, we got this set screw right here, and I don't have to turn it very far because I already broke it loose, but I got to turn it in the right direction. And so once you break it loose, this one just comes right down. See, we're just pulling the whole fan blade assembly off, and that's going to let me clean all of that mess in there. So I'm going to get busy cleaning, and we got like dead bugs and stuff in here. So I want to get rid of all the dead bugs, get this nice and clean, and then we're going to reassemble this bad boy. Alright, be back in just a few minutes. I don't even know what kind of bug that is, but you can certainly see all the dirt inside there. I'm going to take it outside and get it all cleaned off. Well, here we are. Fan blades are all nice and clean. Now, here's the deal. I am at a location where I have full running water available, and so I just took it outside, took the hose and sprayed it off, and it all came off pretty clean pretty fast. Now, the last thing I did though was in this area right in the middle here where it's got some raised grooves, I took a Q-tip and ran it through each one to make sure that it was dry and to get the last bits of dirt out of the crevices. Alright, so we're going to put this back up, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do with one hand, but I'm going to show you the interior. So I've wiped off the whole interior, and even though they say you have to go up on the roof to clean the inside of the cover, I just used the knob right here and opened the cover up, and it's not perfect, but I got it pretty good. I wiped down as much stuff as I could, and I want to say it looks almost as good as new. So I'm going to go ahead and get the blade assembly back on, and I'll be back with you. Okay, here's what you really have to pay attention to. Sorry, I'm not holding real still, but you can see the set screw right there, and then if you look, there's a flat right here where my fingernail is. The set screw on the fan blade assembly has to line up with the flat when you put the blades back on. Otherwise, you won't be able to tighten it down. Go ahead, ask me how I know. All right, and then we're ready to put the screen back on. See if I can get my fingers out of the way. Sorry, it's going to take two hands. Okay, so this one right here has already been turned back in. This one is still 180 degrees out. So we're just going to rotate it back around. Same thing here. And here. And of course this one's the tightest. Almost got it. Okay, now let's just turn it on and make sure it works, huh? It's spinning nice and even. It's nice and clean. I'm happy. Okay, so this is the second MaxxAir disassembly I've done. I did one a year or so ago when I ended up having to completely replace the circuit board. I'll try and remember to link that up here as well. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. I just took the screen cover off of the Fantastic Fan in the living room, and you can see this is quite dirty as well. And I wasn't going to film this, but then I looked at this, and it looks like that's a Phillips head screw that holds on the blade fan assembly here. So we're going to check and see if that's true, see if I can get the blades off, go ahead and get this one cleaned up as well, because why not? And here we are with the Fantastic Fan, all clean, tested, and good to go. So I'm going to put a photo up here to show you just how dirty the inside of the cover was. I couldn't get it completely clean without getting up on the roof, and I don't do roofs. So there's that, but this certainly looks a whole lot better. And I'm feeling really good for having accomplished so many of the things that I wanted to while I was parked with water. So yesterday, of course it doesn't look like it now, but yesterday I cleaned the entire kitchen, including the windows, the windowsills, the screens, the sink, everything. Now I gotta clean up all the mess I just made from using it as a workstation, but that's okay. And I'm feeling really good at what I've accomplished while I've been here. I think there's probably a few more projects I haven't done yet, so I'm going to think about that because I got a few more days before I lose water and plug in electricity. So yay for that. The point of showing you guys this stuff is that I'm in my late 60s. My hands are kind of arthritic, you know, and sometimes it's hard to turn things and stuff like that, but you can always find workarounds. So like for this last little piece, if I can't get it turned the rest of the way by hand, I'm going to get out a pair of channel locks, put some tape on the ends, and use that to help me turn it. It'll be fine. But my point is, if I can do it, you can do it. So as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you next time. We'll see what kind of project I get into then.